SharCapTable. Make a deal and keep your arms and legs. Today we're going to discuss what is an executive summary or ExSUM as it pertains to raising money. An executive summary should be a one-page, concise document that summarizes a business plan. It contains a brief statement of the problem to be solved, background information, concise analysis, and main conclusions. It is intended to generate early interest from investors, and it is likely the most important component of the business plan. You know, after all, without any interest, business plans just gather dust and no money changes hands. An executive summary is not an abstract, which is intended as a neutral overview of the topic. So here is an executive summary primarily produced by SharCapTable. Here's the summary of the opportunity. You have to write this. This comes from SharCap. It's a small chart. This is the proposed offering details. This is the capitalization table that shows who gets what and how much they paid for it. And then we have a very powerful elevator or stand and deliver pitch section, which is automatically done. You have to select some line items, which we give you, and make some adjustments, but it's almost instant. Now, an executive summary is important while raising money for your venture. I'm going to talk about the fast track method and the slow track method. Now, here's this little guy, and he's all distressed. I don't think he's going to get to the money before this guy does. He's doing the fast track method. The executive sum, or ExSUM, is rough, light, quick to change. The executive summary is detailed, precise, heavy, and slow to change. The ExSUM was written before the business plan. That's an important distinction. The executive summary is written after the business plan. These two tables show the comparisons in the time to complete. The ExSUM is much faster. You're going to throw some information together. You're going to get it out there. You're going to use the SharCapTable Lite to help you write that executive summary. This is primarily up here research. And then you can work on the valuation of the company and what you might want to offer to see if it's too outlandish. Now, the difference here is it takes about a week to write an executive summary only after they've finished writing the business plan, which takes 6 months. And, of course, they have to have a bunch of financial projections. This is not a bad thing to do, but do this first. Now, to generate early interest in an idea is the reason for doing an ExSUM. The executive summary is actually trying to entice the reading of the business plan. Investors give feedback in both cases, but in the ExSUM, it's still early, easy to pivot. Listen to what they say. Over here, more arguments about, well, we can't do it, why we can't do it. And that's what happens when you spend months writing a business plan. Now, basically, the executive summary is going to have something about its market test, something about the business model, the founding team, and evaluation analysis. The executive summary, of course, is driven by the business plan, which has market research and all about the product and the resumes of executives and the board and the financial model and the projections. You know, it's much faster if you do this than this. We're not saying just do this and forget about this. Get out there, find out what people are saying about your idea, listen carefully, and it will go a lot better. Now let's just take a quick look at the questions that can help you write the summary of the opportunity. These are all available in SharCapTable. So, you know, what's the problem being solved by your product and service, and why is it important? And, you know, here's another one. Why will users pay for it and how much? What is the size of the opportunity and share of the market you intend to capture? What's the level of competition? Never say there isn't any competition. What is your current plan of attack best demonstrated in a timeline with phases, and so forth and so on. Now, look, in closing, we think you should attempt an ExSUM right away. Get it into the hands of investors. Tell them it can and will change as more development and research is done. Ask for their advice and insight. Get them involved. Now makes raising money easier later. Many will decline. Okay, at least you know and didn't waste time and money courting them sometime in the future. Get back to the others with major revisions, more than 3 or 4 times, and it looked boring. Remember, SharCapTable is the ideal tool to generate an ExSUM in an afternoon of thought. Thank you very much.